I want to make this video perfect and clear. For all the Asian people who keep saying, why boycott? There's no need to boycott. There's no need to boycott. Can I explain something to you, sir and ma'am? If you are saying that black people there are Asian people getting up on platforms saying that black people are violent, thieves, and that's why they don't like black people. What don't make no sense to me is if you feel that way, if white people, Asian people, Hispanic and Latino peoples, African and whoever else feel that way, why do business with a people you think is violent? Why do business with a people you think, if you saying this is how you feel about us, that we violent and we thieves, then why would you want us patronizing your store? Why would you want to set up shops in our community and take money from violent people that you say are thieves? It contradicts you and it defeats and undermines your argument about us being violent when you say that you want to do business with us, because then it gives the connotation that we're not as bad as you make it seem if you still want us inside your businesses. You don't got to wait for us to boycott. Why don't you put up your sign saying that because we're violent, you no longer want to do business with us, right? If we're so violent and thieves, why don't you just say you don't want to do, you have a reasonable right to protect your safety. You can even put up a law on a wall in your store to protect your right. To say because you're biased that you don't no longer want to have black people patronize your stores. You have a right to. You have a right to be safe. So you worried about our boycott? Stop doing business with us. Stay out of our community. Stop putting your stores in our communities. Stop forcing us to only do business with you by not allowing us to get bank loans so that we're able to open up our own businesses. Stop cutting the revenue. Stop cutting the opportunities for business in our community so that we can make our own bodegas and our own gas stations and our own supermarkets, nail salons, and hair and weave and wig stores. You can't say one thing and do another because it contradicts your own voice. So if you're saying we're violent and we're thieves, but you're saying, even though you're violent and thieves, I want you to patronize my store and give me money, that contradicts your stance. Because I would never want to do business with somebody I don't give a fuck about money. I would care more about my safety than money. No, I wouldn't want to do business with somebody I think is a thief that can mess my business up in that manner, and then somebody I think is violent. Period. I would never want to do it. I would want them out my store. So this contradicts your argument. If you want us to do business with you, you are contradicting the whole argument that we're too violent. And let me state this too. Every black person in America, whether male or female, old or young, cannot pay for every crime that some black men or women did. Do you understand me? So trying to justify child killing the little black boy, right? Because another black man killed the Asian person is bullshit. These are unrelated situations that have absolutely no corroboration or connection to each other. You treat every other case individual, but when it comes to black folk. Because when the Asian man shot 32 people and killed them in a terrorist attack, you individualized that Asian man and said not every Asian is like that. And then when the next Asian dude killed the little black girl with the money in her hand, you individualized that. When the Asian man killed the white boy in the altercation, y'all individualized that. So when Asian white predators attack other people, you individualize it. But when black people do, you want to put it all over the whole race. And now that we are boycotting, you're saying, well, why punish us for what some Asians have done? Because y'all punish us every day in your hearts and minds, and then outwardly in police force, in the judicial system, for what some black man did or some black woman did, you tie it to the whole entire race. You punish us every day for what some black people have done. You say population, 13%, not understanding that we are killed more. And because FBI distort records and distort numbers, and because numbers lie because people lie, they move around our cases to make it look like we're the predators and everybody else is the victim for a racially charged and motivated narrative. So please miss me with that. We can't pay for what every black man or woman did, as Tupac said. We can't. So if you're not going to individualize these cases and tie them to the whole race, then we're going to not individualize and tie them to all your race too. And we're not going to do business with you. Because it contradicts your stance if you still say you want us patronizing your stores. That don't make sense. Either we are violent and you don't want to be bothered with us, and we're thieves and you don't want to be bothered with us, or what you're saying when you say still buy with us means you're really not that bad, black people. It doesn't happen that often, or it doesn't happen nearly as much as we make it seem. It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other. You can't want my money and mistreat me. That's what we're saying. We're not boycotting. We're just simply redirecting the way we spend our money. So we're no longer going into your restaurants. We're no longer going into your nail salons, your weave and wig stores. We're no longer going into your liquor or laundromats. That's what we're saying. And if we can stay away from your gas stations, we will too. That's what we're saying, sweetie. Can we boycott every Asian product? We wish, but we can't. We understand that. That's why we're not talking about that. We are talking about all the other ways you make money and all the other stores and shops that you set up in our community. We are not dumb. You're not dumb. I'm hoping to not understand that we are not talking about boycotting every Asian thing. Come on, make it make sense. And while you're at it, if you want to talk about every Asian thing, if we were talking about really boycotting all black inventions that we created, you guys would have to give back. Since you want to talk about boycotting everything, remember, we made your washing machines. We made your cars. We made the pieces. We made your light bulbs. We invented all that shit. So the moment you start talking about fucking boycotting, we have all of the tangible evidence and blueprints of every fucking thing that black people invented. So since you want to start talking shit about what we can't or cannot boycott, bitch, get up off of all our inventions and everything you use in your country and in this country today that technically we invented. I think you want to shut the fuck up. That's what I think. Don't come on our platforms talking shit. If we really start talking about real boycott, this world would be stripped of every fucking resource and every invention that black people made. That would be your whole damn house. We cannot boycott maybe gas and phone garbage, but at the same time, we can boycott all the things that you do in our community. Again, weave and wigs, stores, online, weave and wig shops. We can boycott all of your alcohol, all of your tobacco and cigarette shops. We can boycott all your restaurants. We can boycott everything that has we can boycott any clothing, any food, any hair, and any nail salons. We don't need them. So it's easy to boycott them. We already don't really shop at H Mart, so it doesn't matter. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said, because Chinese make 50 cents a week and all those products are from black inventions and resources out of Africa. And ain't no out of Africa, that's out of America. All right, hold on, y'all. She's correct. All of the products that these Asian people bring to America, they source the materials, a lot of it from Africa, using black inventions. So I'm going to need Chinese, Asians, whatever your race is, take several seats. There is nothing that you make or manufacture that doesn't require you going into black people's spaces and using black people's inventions. I don't see your creativity. I see your borrowing and your theft. So take several seats. No, I'm talking about even China. I don't know about China. Chinese, Mr. Chow isn't this movement against all Asians, right? I'm not doing business with anybody, even even overseas, because if overseas Asians cared about the situation, if they even know, they would check their own people and say, well, why y'all in somebody else's country running amok? Because when our people go into other countries and Asian countries, if they show out, we say that to our people. Why would you ever go into another country running amok? We definitely do. We check our people if they go into other countries and be showing out. Nobody else does that. But I know matter-of-factly our community do that. I'm on the platforms. So if Asian folk check the American Asians that claim they want to be over here, then I would consider doing business with Asians not in America, but overseas. But no, overseas one either. Why are y'all getting mad at us protecting ourselves and you when we're saying if you feel that you got to protect yourself against our children, you feel like we're so violent that even our kids are bad, and you saying this and you saying we're thieves, then why are you getting mad when we're saying, okay, because you feel this way, we don't want to be a threat to you, we don't want you to feel threatened by us, so we no longer will do business with you. Right? We just will stay amongst ourselves since that's how you feel, to protect you and us. And you're getting mad at us as if we're wrong when we're trying to protect the both of us. If this is how you view me, I don't want to be in your establishment. I don't want you to feel scared. I want you to feel safe. It's your store. So if you feel afraid, then me taking it amongst myself to remove myself, which you claim, or ourselves, which you claim is the threat to you, it don't make no sense for you to now get mad when we trying to make it safe for both of us. That don't make no sense. And it contradicts your stance that we are that bad. That's all I'm saying. Look at this from a investigative standpoint. If I was an investigator and I went to all of these Asian and white folk stores and they said these black people are violent and evil and so are their kids, and I don't really like them, I don't want to do business with them. And then I go to the black people and the black people say, well, I don't need to do business with them. It's okay. I want to separate myself. And then I go back to the Asian, white, and Hispanic people who say that they think black people are violent. And they say, but yeah, they could still come in and spend money. As the investigator, I'm going to say that's weird. Because if I felt threatened by somebody, I wouldn't want them in my store. You contradict your own stance. So either we're that violent and threatening and thieves, or you're a liar. Pick one. Because you can't have it both ways. That's just how things work. So again, look at this right here from Lam Dow. He say, if they do that, they are welcome, and they don't have to worry about people stealing and buy without paying. You can't steal and buy without pay. Buying without pay is stealing, stupid. But if this is what you think, again, for the safety of your business, don't do business with us. Shut down all your stores, shut down all your hair stuff, nail stuff, and get out of our community. Simple stuff, really. Y'all making this shit so difficult, and it's not. Just stay out of our community. If we are this big of a problem for you, it don't make no sense to do it any other way. It contradicts your stance. He said, Joe says, God, think it's a great idea. LOL. Focus your time on energy. Mike Matthews. Again, I said what I said. No matter what you think, if we are that bad of a people, don't do business with us. Simple. Boycott us before we boycott you. Choice TV, like, share, and subscribe.